Yo, so Michael, other than picking your nose, what have you learned from this convention?
What have I learned from this convention? Anything is, well, not to sound generic, but anything is, if you can focus on something that you want to achieve in this world, no matter what it is, you can, you'll always, it's like when you focus on a point, like everything else is blurry. So whatever that point is in your life, if you focus on that, whether it's losing weight, whether it's being a YouTuber, Instagram, or whatever, if you focus on that point, that end goal, you'll find a way to the bitches. But for real, you'll
He
find a
means
way.
dogs. We love dogs, all right?
Female dogs.
Yes.
I have a pit bull. I want to
Yes.
get a pit bull. I don't have it yet. That's the
I want a Pomsky.
Pomsky.
Yes.
There's no window where you can jump out.
Dude, those girls are fine. Whatever, dude.
No,
See,
Pomskys are pretty nice.
I love Pomskys. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, Pomskys could pull bitches.
Purebred, right?
Yeah. No, they're not purebreds. Pomskys, a mixture between a husky and a Pomeranian.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
Oh, that's
basically,
crazy.
yeah, it's basically you have to get like a purebred white, pure
Is that
white,
more money?
huh?
Isn't that more money?
Yeah, it's like $3,000 for the dog.
Jesus.
Like if you go to a breeder, you gotta get a pure white Pomeranian and a female husky, depending on what colors you want, obviously. And then and they bred and shit, and it basically becomes like it's kind of a hit or miss. You get a Pomsky, but sometimes they can still grow the size of a pit. I mean, not a pit, a husky, or they'll just stay as small as a Pomeranian. So imagine a puppy husky for life. That's what makes it so awesome. Everyone loves puppies, and everyone loves huskies. That's why I want a Pomsky. Everyone say, "Oh, I love your puppy." It's 4 years old.
Papomskys.
Pomskys. What were we talking about before?
What did I learn from the convention?
Oh, right. It's these two completely different topics out of nowhere.
What did you learn?
What have I learned? You.
Yes!
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 Bro, there should be like a segment where it's just like yes segment.
Yeah, man.
Random yes
Definitely.
segment.
Yeah. You know what I learned, man? Like, people are so afraid of so much things, and really there's nothing to be afraid of. That's what makes it so freaky. There's absolutely nothing to be afraid about. Everyone's so afraid of what we call life. Like, and what is it that we're genuinely scared of? It's like Lotus was saying, like everyone looks at their life as like through your left brain, your left hemisphere, like this rationalization, this logical, analytical thinking that justifies the reasons why you cannot accomplish something. When in truth, you just have to look at all those logical, analytical thoughts and flip the thought. It's like what we're talking about, hyper awareness, about these mental, what'd you call it? Mental macros? That's what I like that. I like that. I really do. Mental macros. You flip it, like it still be there, but you flip it. Like you flip it, and then eventually when like you have like a desire, how she puts a longing to do something that's long enough, eventually you end up doing it. It's like when you're a little kid, and so I remember when I was a little kid. Funny enough, I remember when I was like 5, 6 years old, and I switched schools in first grade for like half the year. I remember I would stare like everyone playing basketball. I would stare at the other kids playing basketball. I was too afraid to play basketball. I didn't want to like have a free like airball it, and then people make fun of me. I didn't want that, and so I only played in private, like by myself, until like I gained enough confidence to play with other people. But like when I started playing, it's because I would go to after school and I would stare at the rim and I wouldn't even shoot the ball, nothing, until like I just started shooting. I just started shooting. I couldn't even tell you when I really started. They just started happening, and then it was a longing. Eventually, when you have like a true desire for something, that longing, when it's long enough, like it just becomes painful, and you just do things. You do stuff, but it's only
Like it's more painful when you don't do it as opposed to doing it.
yeah, but it can also be more painful by doing it because you already know how painful it is not doing it.
What do you mean?
When you do it, you'll know what I mean. Like everyone here on these videos is gonna explain every little fucking detail to you. You know, I don't want to do that shit. You guys gotta figure shit out yourself. Since it's like being a bunch of like spoiled brats. Like no one can give you all the answers to your whole life. You guys gotta figure some stuff out. Like I figure things out on myself. I don't know what the hell I'm doing half my life. I don't know what I mean half the time, but what I do know, it makes sense to me. Cause like I know when it was so painful for me to not play basketball, that when I started playing basketball and I got really, really good, it became so painful for me when I lost the opportunity to play college. Because I realized how, because of my fear since day one, affected me future term. Like we learned all of our habits. We learned 70% of our habits by age 7. And we learned 90% of our habits by 98% of our habits by age 18. So imagine if you're 72 years old watching this video, you have the same habits as you had since you were 7 years old. So why haven't you done anything to change something in the last 60, 70 years of your life? Why? Because you've been following a certain pattern for so long that it's so ingrained into your nature, you don't know how to change it. And you're not aware about it. So I just, like, when I look at this out, like, when something's so painful, it's like, I can't, like, not do this anymore. But then when you lose it again, it's like when you have a girlfriend, like when you got that girl you always really wanted to be with. It was just so painful not being with her, and then you finally got with her, and you guys start having an amazing relationship, and you guys break up. 3, 4, 5 years down the line, whatever it is, how much painful it is. It's a longing, like it's like you need something to help you grow. Like plants, dude. You don't think plants?
Dude.
Yeah, bro. Look at plants. You know how, like, imagine a sapling breaking out of a seed. If you really have to think about it, it's hard. If you really have to think about it, like, if you really look at such a tiny, tiny level, this tiny little seed, it's a shell. Like, you throw on the ground, it doesn't break. You try to squeeze it, it doesn't break. You try to, like, unless you fucking chew it, and something you even chew it, it won't break. It's tough. So imagine watering that seed for days in, days out. To one, you gotta break the shell, then you gotta come out, and then you have to dig through dirt. And once you get up there, then you have to find like birds and nature and pollution and people to survive. But the plant wants to grow, and it's not afraid to grow. So why are we?
Yeah.
Why are we?